Hi there, funny folk, ladies and gentlemen and listeners everywhere. We welcome you to another half hour of furious, fantastic fun and frolic.
Aye, just a minute, lad, just a minute. As shop steward and convener of the Radio Audiences Union, I have to inform you, you've been allowed 12 jokes for this programme. Who are you?
I'm Ken Dodd.
Oh, that's one joke gone. You've got 11 left, Mr. Dodd.
Now, listen here, industrial action man. You go and tell the TUC that it'll never get well if you pick it. First of all, folks, what we need for this programme, we need a theme, something in keeping with this cultural programme.
How about a big bag of compost?
Thank you, Miss Thrower. Without the Percy. No, what we need is a signature tune so that every time people hear our tune, they'll say, oh, this is hilarious. Oh, this is going to be really funny. One of those. That's too intellectual, that. No. Send that back to Monty Tripod. No, we want something comical with jokes, funny lines in. Something that would even please Mrs. Whitehorse.
Leap up and down with the knickers in the air.
Wave your knickers in there. That isn't stirring music.
Oh, it made me stir, boyo.
It's Doddy's Daft half hour. Let's give a warm, lovable welcome to your jovial host, Ken Dodd.
It's me, Mrs. Doddy, fresh from a successful tour of all the leading labour exchanges by kind permission of Bernard Delfont. And what a beautiful day today. What a beautiful day for entering the Horse of the Year show, strapping a steak and kidney pudding to your saddle, bunging a rissole behind each ear and shouting, how's this for the galloping gourmet? Hey! And what a fantastic audience we have here today, folks, all hand-picked for the occasion. And as they sit there picking each other, we greet all our stereo listeners with the word, hello, hello. Nor must we forget the listeners who still rely on the good old cat's whisker. Yes, we've got a wonderful show for you today, folks. A star-studded extravaganza that makes Gone with the Wind seem like a hiccup. We have Peter GOODWRIGHT, one of Britain's leading impersonators, according to the police. We have COOMBS, winner of a recent gallop poll, when she galloped twice as fast as anybody else in jockey shorts. We also have Teddy Johnson, who once represented us in A Song for Europe, and they've been trying to keep us out of the common market ever since. Must we forget Joe Manning-Wilson and John Graham, the BBC's own Webster Booth and Anne Ziegler. We've got a wonderful show for you tonight, folks, and the first thing I'm going to do is to show you the man behind the mask, the real Ken Dodd. Not just a red-nosed buffoon in baggy trousers, but a generous, warm-hearted red-nosed buffoon in baggy trousers.
Here's the facts, man.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go down into the audience and I'll find out what they think, what the audience think about the real Ken Dodd.
Ooh, you'll never get back alive, man.
Come back! Get back! That's better. Now then, I'll have a word with this large, beefy gentleman playing with his yo-yo on the front row. Tell me, sir, why have you come here tonight?
Well, it's free, innit?
How about this tall, thin lady wearing a kiss-me-quick ex-army gas mask? Missus, do you believe all the things you hear about Ken Dodd?
Oh, of course I do, or I wouldn't have come.
Hey?
I mean, you look like a rabbit, don't you?
Funny woman. What her other hobbies are? Ah, here's a dusky gentleman wearing a badge which says George Harrison for president. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing here?
I am making a tour of all the British museums.
Oh.
Are you the curator, my dear sir? If so, would you please conduct me to the Mummy's Gallery? I wish to have a word with one of my ancestors. Oh, yeah.
Listen, Whack, this isn't a museum. This is the BBC.
Oh, that is what I am saying, sir. I am visiting all your celebrated museums. Oh, yeah. A kind gentleman outside recommended I should see your glorious display of fossils. Oh, yeah. You look like a fossil, sir. Huh? Would you mind standing still while I make a brown paper rubbing of you?
This is a comedy show.
Oh, is it really? Oh, then I will sit here in this wonderful museum and laugh at all the mirth-quaking jokes.
I'll ask this little Japanese lady with the Made in Hong Kong engraved on her kimono. What's a pretty little Japanese girl like you doing in this audience?
I am commissioned by illustrious Emperor of Japan to carry out a survey of reading British comedians.
British.
All week, I sit through shows by Frankie Howard, Tommy Clooper, Blenny Hill, and many others.
He's good, many others.
I am laughing all the time.
And now you come along to have a laugh at the Ken Dodd show.
No. You see, this is my day off.
Here is an educational item.
Did you know that you can be dismissed from the lighthouse service for getting on another keeper's wick?
And now for this week's deliberate mistake. See if you can spot it.
In the final of the World's Chess Championships in Moscow last week, Miss Raquel Welch beat the Russian champion by 5.5 games to 1.
Now that's definitely wrong. Raquel Welch doesn't play chess.
Oh, and how do you know then?
She can't see the board. By Jove, we're all nervous tonight. We are very nervous. It's the first show. Wouldn't it be right, you see, because if you don't like this first show, it's the Director General's office for me in the morning. He'll want his toffees back. This is... Do you realise, folks, that now, for someone, somewhere, it's the first time. And probably the last. History, folks. History is studied with famous firsts. Did you know that in ancient Britain, Uggaluggalug was the first man to laugh when he sat on a badly plucked chicken? Then we had Gus Grapple, the first wrestler who backed into a heated towel rail and invented the cross buttock. All here, missus, it is, in the Brown Ale Book of Records. Did you know that Blériot wasn't the first man to fly the English Channel? This honour belongs to Billy Balcock, a plumber who backed into his blow lamp at Dover in 1901. Blériot did it the easy way in a plane. The first standing jump in the world, 7 feet, was a Welsh nudist named Prosser the Pelt when he was chased by a dog with a wet nose. Now, these are...
Let's look at last week's news and events with the hindsight team. Let's see what we should have done. First of all, on Monday.
All the public conveniences in London were closed when the attendants held a one-day sit-in.
I remember it well. A matter of grave public inconvenience. What the authorities should have done was to have called in the police to flush the strikers out.
Wednesday.
At the General Assembly of the United Nations, Mao Zedong concluded his appeal for world peace by saying that no man is an island.
What a load of old rubbish. He should have kept his mouth shut. I remember U Thant saying the very same thing. Next morning, he found grass growing all over his trousers.
Just suppose everything was topsy-turvy.
How do you mean?
Well, the other way round.
In what way?
Well, just suppose we ate our clothes and wore our food.
Where's my shirt?
Oh, hey, Mother, these braised braces are terrible. I usually like braised braces. Oh, and... Ooh, what have you done with these boots? I can't get my teeth into them.
Well, it's all right, you complaining about your clothes. I've hardly got a stitch of food on my back.
What are you talking about, woman? Why, I only bought you that string of sausages last year. You look lovely, that lady's Masonic in them, and that yard and a half of tripe. Oh, honestly, I'm fair clemmed. What wouldn't I give for a nice piece of grilled barathea or or even a steamed singlet.
Oh. Look at me. I've used the last of the gravy salt on me hair. And if I didn't have this old steak and kidney pie, I wouldn't out.
Aye, but it suits you, Mother. It suits you. I've always liked you in that steak and kidney pie.
Have you?
Oh, the way the crust is cut low at the front. Oh, look out, you clumsy old devil. You've dropped a piece of the pie on my plate. Oh, I can't eat these braces now. Go on, give them to the cat. I'm off.
Oh, Dad, where are you going now?
I'm going to the tailor's. If you must know, he's measuring me for a new pair of rissoles.
And just suppose we went to the doctor to get something the matter with us.
In what way?
Well, just suppose we went to the doctor to be ill.
Oh, I feel proper poorly.
Come in.
Morning, Doctor.
Good morning. What's right with you?
Oh, I'm well again, Doctor. I've never felt so fit in all my life.
What happened to that gout I gave you? You had a wonderful bad leg.
Oh, no. It just got better. I tried hitting me big toe with a hammer like you said, but it still just got better.
Well, you should feel worse than this.
Oh, no.
Your pulse is too normal for my liking. Are you sleeping badly?
No, I had 9 hours last night. Laid out there like a light. With, of course, my wife enjoying herself with that attack of wind.
See, what you really need is a bad dose of flu.
Well, could you give me a prescription?
Yes. Yeah. Take 3 tablespoonfuls of this bacteria 3 times a day.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Run up and down the garden in a wet singlet.
Thank you. Thanks, Doctor. I hope I feel worse soon.
Oh, you will, lad, you will. When on your way back home...
Yes, Dr. Cameron.
Try jumping into that green slimy duck pond.
Yes, Dr. Cameron.
You'll find some there. Janet put a few in last night.
To show you that I adore you to the end of time. Telling you takes but a moment, 3 little words, but I'll take the rest of my life. Because I love you, these words are forever. They go together every day. Because I need you, those 3 words, I love you, will last for a lifetime. Because of you. Because I love you, all these words are forever. They go together every day. I love you, come what may. Because I need you, those 3 words, I love you, will last for a lifetime. Because will last for a lifetime. Because of you.
Great European historical moments.
In 1147, a Danish fisherman cured herrings for the very first time. The result?
Hundreds of happy, hearty herrings. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Thank you, mein Herring.
In the 15th century, Leonardo da Vinci discovered the unbreakable drawing board.
Caramba, back to the drawing board.
In 1513, Casco Nunez de Balboa, a Spaniard, stood on a hill in Mexico and heard...
So enchanted evening, you will see us when you're across the room.
Yes, he had discovered the South Pacific.
10 years later.
Jorge, Vasco, Hernando, Francisco, Groucho, Harpo, Chico, Orlanar, Filippo Ortez, Luis Miguel, Pancho, Pedro, Speedy Gonzalez de Mence sailed from Cadiz in southern Spain and discovered the end of his name.
We, the British, are about to join Europe, and so we thought we should take a good close look at our European friends, find out what Europe is all about.
Well, first of all, we shall all be ruled by Brussels.
I protest, man, I protest. I prefer to be ruled by leeks, myself, or even a roast potato.
Very good. Get off.
People in Ipswich and Basingstoke will have to eat frankfurters and hamburgers.
And people in Frankfurt and Hamburg will have to eat Ipswichers and Basingstokers. I knew a sailor once that went out with a Basingstoker. They can't touch her. Not if you've joined the Six.
We shall have to eat more turnips and Swedes. Here is a typical Swede.
Hello, my little smorgasbord. You like my au pair?
By Jove. Now, there's two good reasons why we should join Europe.
And in future, we shall have to cook all turkeys in Greece. Here is a bit of Turkish delight.
Oh, my little shish kebab.
Oh, what a load of old Istanbul. Get off.
We shall no longer be allowed to have Welsh leeks. Oh, dear.
Which is bad news for all heavy beer drinkers in Caerphilly. From now on, boyos, you'll all have to go for a day trip to the Louvre in Paris.
Aye, and porridge will be banned.
Which means Scotsmen will no longer be able to have their oats for breakfast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to join Europe. But what do we know about the continent? The continent. I mean, some of us can't even say it. Continent. I mean, abroad is full of foreigners. We must find out more about them. Each week, we're going to take a look at our friends across the water, find out more about their habits and their way of life. So this week, folks, it's land.
La belle France, a country where everyone is so light-hearted, always gay and laughing.
I'm not surprised. You would too if you'd had champagne on your cornflakes every morning. It's the cereal that goes snap, crackle and... Did you know that France is the only country where the ladies send back the groceries and keep the delivery boys? They even allow consenting carryings-on between male hedgehogs, which must be... very painful. Do you know that we in Britain, we don't know a lot about France? I was in Portsmouth last week, and I did a survey on whether they knew the name of the French president.
And the survey of the people of Portsmouth revealed...
56% of Pompidou and 46% of Pompidount. Now, here's a bit of luck. A French foreign legionnaire walking down the high street towards me, the sun shining on his kepi. Hello, bonjour, mon ami.
Oh, hello, sausage. Oh, mon cher, what can I do for you that hasn't been done already?
I thought you were wearing the uniform of the French Foreign Legion. What are you supposed to be?
King's Road, Chelsea traffic warden, sausage.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
So long, sausage.
So long, sausage. Trot.
Do you know? He's been backwards and forwards to France that many times, they call him the cross-channel fairy. Tell you what I'll ask this walking guy Stedford, the giant harp, and the giant harp and the leak in his trousers, what do you think? So, what about the French?
Dirty, filthy, mucky swine. All that Gaelic they eat, breathing all over my glasses and then running off with my girlfriend. They bewitched, bothered and bewildered my Blodwen. Lured her away, they did.
Lured her?
Oh, aye. Blodwen vach. Come back. I would love you still, Cariad, even if you hadn't won the pool.
I'll interview this, mademoiselle. Parlez-vous, mademoiselle?
Ah, mais oui.
Do you like Englishmen?
I like Englishmen very much.
Do you like tall, strong Englishmen?
I like tall, strong Englishmen very much.
Do you like tall, strong, beefy, brutal, beastly Englishmen?
I like tall, strong, beefy, brutal, beastly Englishmen very, very much.
Would you marry a tall, strong, beefy, brutal, beastly Englishman?
I already did. He is behind you.
In France, the milkman only delivers 3 times a week. It takes him 2 days to do his round. It was Napoleon who said, "Not tonight, Josephine. Now." Consider, if it wasn't for France, we'd have no French perfume, no French mustard, no French beans, no French chalk, and so forth. But and so forth, and so forth, and really cut forth. And aren't there some beautiful French women? The first time I was in Paris on a day trip, I met a really gorgeous mademoiselle. I said to her, "Ooh la la," and she said, "Ooh la la." So of course I said, "Ooh la la." She said, "Ooh la la." So I said, "Ooh la la," and she said, "Ooh la la, ooh la la." So I said, "Thanks very much, love. I'll see you again sometime." The French people are still divided into 2 classes, Le Havres and Le Havres-Nots. The French are rightly famous for their great detectives.
Hey, you got a light, boy?
Even criminals will benefit from the common market. You'll see, they'll be able to move around all over Europe more freely. Only yesterday, 4 Paris pickpockets were seen landing at Dover in England, and the Kent police have put out a general alert for 2 pairs of French knickers. And now here is a word from the French resistance.
No, no, Pierre, you are not on. Eat your frog's legs and up it.
The Frenchman, of course, is very, very romantic.
Sex, sex, sex. That's the only 3 things a French man or woman ever think about.
Darling, how about coming back to my place for a bite to eat?
That would be very nice.
We shall eat by candlelight with some Frank Sinatra records on in the background.
That would be very nice.
And then at midnight, we shall open a bottle of champagne to see the new year in.
But the new year is 8 months away.
We are not in any hurry, are we?
Oh, my little cabbage. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that 56% of all the men in Toulouse wear their trousers too long? And that 45% of the men of Toulon wear their trousers too loose. Hello? Hello, hello? No. What's this? It's either Mrs. Mills or a very large angry mob. No? No piano? No community singing? It's a large angry mob.
Here. We've been listening to your tribe, Mr. Dodd, about France and that. And, well, we're the anti-market mob.
That's right, mate. We're British.
We don't want any of that foreign muck here for the filthy postcards.
Well,
Mind you, one or two of them are all
That's
right,
a good
aren't they?
Keep out the foreign dogs.
Yeah!
Keep the British lamp post for the British dogs.
Let Welsh collies travel during the peak hour.
And get rid of all foreign furniture. Save our typically English drawing room poofs.
Hear to that.
There are only two words to say to you. Le guerre.
This means war.
Oh, no, lads, no, stop it. We're supposed to be friendly. We're all supposed to be pals in the comical market. Oh, no, tatty-bye, everybody. Tatty-bye. Tatty-bye.
You have just been listening to Ken Dodd's application to join the European comical market. At a meeting on the Eiffel Tower, played by Pat COOMBS, the French Prime Minister, played by Peter GOODWRIGHT, vetoed the British application. The veto, played by Teddy Johnson, was applied despite support from Benelux countries. The Benelux countries were played by Joe Manning Wilson and John Graham. The support was played by TALFRYN Thomas. This Treaty of Rome was written by Norman Beedle, David McKellar, Malcolm Cameron, Stuart Campbell and Maurice Bird, and produced by Bobby J.